I don't know what happens if the barony falls. I don't like that that's a thing. Especially with the fact that there's... Oh, you need to do so much to keep it going, and then there's also the story beats as well. Like, has it said how long we've got? Hey, you there! Quick, you've got to help us!
Make this quick.
Though the outlaws have been vanquished and a rightful government has been established, travellers should keep... Renowned explorer... Oh, that's these guys, is it? Actually, you go for the archer.
Let us strike as one.
Are you shooting? No, it swim round. Now I can now trust you. Quick, you've got to help us. Yes. Uh-oh. More? I don't have time for this. Oh, right. Tartuk. So, the gnome invites some of his friends. Stupid, slow, sluggish gnome. Gnome! Stupid! There's a purple kobold on the riverbank who looks just like your old acquaintance, Tartuccio. Kobolds want this cart. Kobolds shall have it! The horse skull hides most of the kobold's face, but you see his vicious eyes glinting through the empty socket staring at you. By orders of myself, the glorious King Tartuk. Who we are fairly sure we killed. Tartuk, King! The head of the gnome expedition wipes his brow and glares at the kobold. This one was the one talking our ears off while the rest of them were trying to steal our cart. King Tartuk. The gnome looks at you and winks. What do you say to a bit of regicide? Yeah, Tartuccio, I recognise you. What is this new disguise? And why aren't you dead? How dare you speak like that to King? Kobolds attack. Sheerdaz. Okay, he's just magicked them. Always fun.
To victory.
Right, okay. Valerie.
Do not falter.
And Miri. I'll move you up. See, I think if I move these guys up as well, we can work things out a bit. Oh, you're not mine.
This is for you.
Hanira.
This is going to hurt.
Probably.
A solid plan.
I feel a bit bad saying that these guys are only...
Repent.
Bring it.
There we go, right. Valerie, you go for the sniper at the back. Stop him sniping.
Your life ebbs
There we go.
low.
See you soon. This is not over. Eventually he'll have a consistent voice. He lied. Save the cart from the river. It's sinking. Yeah, better hurry to catch them. Right, yeah, I just let me read the thing. While the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and diligently punching their unwelcome guests right in their dragonish snouts, the cart was all but forgotten. The unwitting cause of the fight, it was being dragged away by the scared ponies when it slid down the ford, sinking all the way up to the coachman's seat in the river. This is where the Skunk River flows into the Tusk Water, and the current becoming excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn, turbulent. Having taken hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, an extremely loud and crabby fellow, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Faces red and grunting from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. Just then, a package fell into the water. With a heartbreaking splash, it vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 meters down the river. The head of the gnome expedition moaned as he glowered at the package. That was Alchemy and Life, the latest issue! After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerve. Swiveling their ears and twitching, they tried to chew through their reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them! The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied. So someone could try to jump onto the cart to untie the ponies. I don't know if I've got anyone really good with mobility. Or we can just... Because we've got quite a few strong characters. I think we'll try and pull it. Or we can try and find something helpful nearby. We'll just try and pull it. Ready? Ah, my foot! The head of the gnome expedition yelled, his face very angry. With help like this, my possessions will be down the river in a flash. Just go to the camp or find those runaway ponies or find some other way to help. Tried to pull the cart out? Isn't that what we just did? After resist... Instead of riding out on the ford, the cart began to lean... Oh. Oh well. That's annoying. Like... It should, I think, make that clear. It should hint at that being a possibility, rather than just being... No one that stands before you wears dirty and ragged clothes. They used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are long gone. His black hair is matted. A deep, fresh scratch crosses his cheek. Despite of this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and manages to maintain a superior manner.
Jubilos Nartropple, a humble servant to no one. Oh, too bad your grace proved to not be capable enough to save my cart. Well, one shouldn't expect a faster reaction from a baron himself. After all, it's common knowledge that titled persons usually hire a bunch of advisors to do all the thinking for them. So, they must have some other bunch to jump in the rivers and save carts.
Maybe I should have had someone jump on. Maybe. Possibly.
By the way, it's a shame no one organized a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation.
This isn't the capital.
Oh, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant?
Jubileus jabbers too fast. He does. Never stopping even to take a breath. You can see he's piled up some emotions, just needs to get them out of his system.
Sounds like your servants are nothing but tools to you. Truly, with masters like that, being a servant is not much of an improvement over being a slave.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
What's this then? Huh. Run along, little girl. The grown-ups are talking.
So, you're not only arrogant, but a boorish swine as well. Why am I not surprised at all?
Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travelers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment.
I've just become Baron. It's been like a few weeks.
So, how did you say your barony was called? No, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them the End of All Roads. Dirt Beyond. I guess it's a fitting name.
The gnome falls silent at last. He just watches you with his shifty eyes, opening and closing his mouth, as if he wants to say something more, but hasn't come up with anything yet.
You think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
We should have let Tartuccio take his cart. Valerie blushes even more and turns away. It seems the gnome has stepped on her toes. Yeah. For someone who values content so highly, you seem pretty quick to make superficial judgments.
Oh, is that so? I would deem it necessary to inform you that...
Please, don't waste your words and time on this buffoon. Especially because of me.
Valerie nods to you with a slight smile, indicating her appreciation for your aid. Right. So how do you know I am a baron?
I've already told you I visited your capital some time ago. Weren't you listening to me? And I'm used to being greeted by officials when I arrive to settlements of at least some importance. The glory of myself and my exploits usually precedes me, and officials usually prefer to be on good terms with me.
I have no idea who you are. I didn't know you'd come, which is the probably slightly more polite way of saying it.
Yes, you're right. I should have remembered that your lands are in the middle of nowhere, and you don't get updates on important things in time.
You said you were famous, but I don't know you. What are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveler, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you?
Why? Why would you think I'd done that?
Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea?
No, I'm not a fish fan.
Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states?
That sounds like that would be censored.
Didn't read any of these? Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
And so what is such a famous person doing this far from civilization?
I pursued two objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independence. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too.
I'm not entirely sure you can use the plural there.
Anyway, I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
And what is it you're searching for?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony, and still you know nothing about the lands you own.
I was given the
I'll
lands.
have to enlighten you on the subject. You see, long ago there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected Five Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartropple. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
Is this old dwarven outpost abandoned? Is it possible it's now used by trolls as a lair, for instance?
Why not? Dwarves like being underground, trolls like being underground too. It's quite possible after dwarves left, their warm and cozy place fell into the hands of less attractive creatures.
Well, what happened here? How did your cart end up in the river?
My party and I set up camp at the bank of this river. We'd just finished kindling the fire when that purple bastard appeared. You know what he told me? He introduced himself as the King of the Kobolds and told me he needed our clothes because he wanted to dress his subjects properly, you see, as long as they've established the kingdom of their own. That's literally what he said. I wonder, where did he learn the words? Obviously, I told him to buzz off. Some kobold wants to strut around wearing the clothes of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartropple. No way. So I've been explaining my position to him, being rather eloquent too, suggesting he and his so-called kingdom might as well fall into the deepest sinkhole. But in the meantime, I've noticed that kobolds have already started to untie my cart. Well, I called my men to keep the cart safe. They couldn't guess what to do on their own, just stood there with their mouths ajar. Then things heated up as the fighting started, and while we were fighting, the ponies dragged the cart to the river. Stupid animal.
It's not like there's some branches here that you could have tied them onto, so they wouldn't have done that. Looking for the troll's lair. Maybe we're looking for the same place. Let's join our efforts and start looking together. So he's a companion, who I will probably never use.
You seem to be a capable companion, but I'll pass for now. I still have to count my losses after the river took my cart and all my stuff.
Fine. Well, if I find this outpost, I'll let you know.
I would be grateful. I'll stay here for a while. I need to sort things out.
So, I can loot these, being in the river. I can't loot or get stuff out. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh, well, I picked it up now. We can't take stuff from there. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Ooh, lots of money. Can I go to where Tortuccio was? Oh, hello.
Forwards!
Oh, wow.
Tear them apart!
What a waste!
People kind of do their own thing at this point. Oh, maybe I should have saved.
This won't kill me!
Pull back. Wait, what? Why have you fallen over?
Survive! I always survive.
Hang on. I'm looking at this now. Oh, no. She fell over. When I told her to move, she fell over and then died. Shenanigans. Collect all.
As you order.
Oh, no. Were they protecting something? Oh. Another ring of protection. How delightful. Has everyone's already got one, haven't they? Oh, you don't. There you go. That's right. Is there anything around where Tortuccio was? I doubt it.
The path is clear.
Right. Right, so we now have to... Yes. Dwarven thing, which is probably... There's an ancient abandoned dwarven fortress. Could it be the dwelling of our foes? Could be. I think that's quite likely. We may end up having to have a bit of a rest just because of Amiri's health. Barony's out of reach. Why? I'm still in the barony. Do I want to rest? I think I will just camp on this side now. Stick with the current setup.
I admire your optimism. Even when the situation seems desperate, your smile never leaves your face.
Do you know how many desperate situations Reg and I survived in Numeria? And we're all right. We got out of all of them. We'll handle whatever comes.
8 hours, so it's... Oh, 14 hours, is that for the full healing? Yep. Right. Oh.